What if the reason you don't look the way you want to look has absolutely nothing to do with your face, your genetics, or the products you are spending money on every single month? What if the real destroyer of your appearance is not something you can see? It is something you are doing silently, unconsciously, every single day, without even realizing the damage it is causing deep inside your body, your face, your posture, and your entire physical presence? What if I told you that right now, in this very moment, there are 10 silent habits working against you, habits so ordinary, so embedded in your daily routine that you would never suspect them of stealing your vitality, your youth, and your natural strength? The ancient Shaolin masters understood something that modern science is only now beginning to confirm, that the body speaks the truth of how you live, and it never lies. Every wrinkle, every slouch, every dull eye, every weak posture tells the story of your hidden habits. Stay with me until the very last second of this video, because what you are about to discover might be the most important thing you have ever learned about your own body and the silent war being fought against your appearance every single day. What if everything you believed about appearance was completely wrong? What if the mirror is not showing you who you are, but rather showing you the consequence of how you have been living, breathing, sleeping, thinking, and moving every single day without awareness? The ancient mountain masters did not need modern skincare. They did not need expensive supplements or beauty treatments. They looked powerful, sharp, alive, because they understood one fundamental truth that the modern world has forgotten entirely. Your appearance is the physical testimony of your inner discipline, and today we are going to uncover the 10 silent habits that are destroying yours. The first silent habit destroying your appearance is something you do every single night, and most people never give it a second thought. You are sleeping, but you are sleeping wrong. Not in terms of duration alone, but in terms of position, environment, and quality. When you sleep on your side, pressing your face into a pillow night after night, year after year, you are mechanically compressing the skin of your face, creating sleep lines that gradually become permanent wrinkles etched into your skin like carvings in stone. The pillow presses against your cheek, your jawline, your forehead, and the collagen beneath slowly breaks down under that repeated pressure. But it goes even deeper than that. Poor sleep quality, regardless of position, floods your body with cortisol, the stress hormone that actively breaks down collagen, increases inflammation, causes puffiness under the eyes, and creates that dull, gray, lifeless quality to the skin that no cream can fix. The Shaolin tradition demands absolute respect for rest, not passive unconsciousness, but intentional, disciplined, restorative recovery. When you sleep in alignment, in darkness, in silence, with regulated temperature and no screens poisoning your mind before you close your eyes, your body enters deep repair cycles that rebuild your skin, your muscles, your hormonal balance, and your entire physical vitality from the inside out. The masters understood that night is not wasted time, night is sacred construction time, and most people are wasting it completely, destroying their face while they believe they are simply resting. The second silent habit is one that is so common, so accepted, so normalized in modern society that most people would laugh if you told them it was damaging their appearance. You are breathing through your mouth. It sounds almost too simple to be significant, and yet mouth breathing is one of the most devastating silent destroyers of facial structure, energy, and physical presence that exists. When you breathe through your mouth habitually, while sleeping, while working, while exercising, while simply sitting at your desk, you alter the development and maintenance of your facial bone structure. The tongue, which should rest firmly against the roof of the mouth during nasal breathing, drops down. The jaw changes its resting position. The midface loses its natural support. Over time, mouth breathing creates a longer, more hollow, more recessed facial appearance. It literally reshapes your face in a direction of weakness and aesthetic decline. Beyond structure, mouth breathing bypasses the nasal filtration system, delivers less oxygenated blood to your tissues, keeps your nervous system in a constant low-grade state of stress, and dries out the tissues of your throat and mouth, causing chronic fatigue and brain fog. The ancient breathing disciplines of the mountain temples were built on one sacred principle. The nose is the only proper gateway for breath. Nasal breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, floods the body with nitric oxide, improves oxygen delivery to every cell, reduces cortisol, and over time contributes to a stronger, more defined, more vital facial appearance. Seal your lips. Breathe through your nose. This single correction, practiced consistently, begins changing your appearance and your energy from the very first day. The third silent habit, destroying your appearance, is something that happens to your body every single time you sit down. And in the modern world, you sit down for the majority of your waking life. Your posture is collapsing, and collapsed posture is one of the most powerful visual signals of weakness, age, and poor health that the human eye can detect. When you hunch forward over a screen, when your shoulders roll inward, when your neck juts forward, carrying your head like a heavy stone in front of your spine, you are not simply sitting poorly, you are actively reshaping your skeletal structure, compressing your organs, restricting your breathing, and communicating to every person who sees you that you are tired, defeated, and without vitality. Forward head posture alone, where the head shifts just a few centimeters in front of the shoulders, adds the equivalent of enormous additional weight of pressure to your cervical spine and creates a visual profile of age and weakness that no amount of grooming can compensate for. It rounds the upper back, shortens the neck, pushes the chin forward, and completely destroys the strong, upright, commanding physical presence that the masters of discipline cultivate through years of intentional movement. Poor posture also compresses the diaphragm, forcing you back into shallow chest breathing, which circles back to the oxygen deprivation and stress activation we already discussed. The body is an integrated system. Every bad habit feeds every other bad habit. The warriors of the ancient temples trained their spines as weapons of presence. They stood as if the crown of their head was suspended from the sky by an invisible thread, chest open, shoulders back and down, spine long, gaze forward and calm. This is not arrogance. This is the physical expression of inner alignment, and it transforms the way you appear to the entire world around you in an instant. The fourth silent habit is dehydration, chronic, persistent, low-grade dehydration that most people live with every single day without ever identifying it as the source of their physical decline. Your skin is an organ. Your fascia, the connective tissue web that gives your face and body its shape and tone, is dependent on water. Your joints, your eyes, your brain, your digestive system, all of them require consistent, adequate hydration to function at the level that produces a vital, healthy, youthful physical appearance. When you are chronically dehydrated, your skin loses its plumpness and elasticity, fine lines become more visible and pronounced, your eyes lose their brightness and appear sunken, your energy crashes in ways that show immediately on your face as dullness and fatigue, and your body begins cannibalizing its own tissue in ways that age you visually by years. Most people drink coffee, tea, alcohol, and sugary beverages and count them as hydration, but many of these actually draw water out of the body, compounding the deficit. The discipline of water consumption, plain, pure, consistent water intake from the moment you wake to the moment you sleep, is one of the simplest and most powerful daily practices for maintaining a strong, clear, vital appearance. It is not glamorous. It is not complicated, but it requires the discipline to choose it over and over again, every single day, without exception. The mountain disciplines were built on simple, powerful fundamentals, and water is the most fundamental element of physical vitality that exists. 10 habits. 10 silent, invisible daily choices that accumulate over months and years into the appearance that you either love or resist when you look in the mirror. None of them require money. None of them require perfect genetics. None of them require extraordinary willpower in a single dramatic moment. They require only awareness, the clear-eyed recognition of what you are doing unconsciously, and then the decision, made daily, made quietly, made without fanfare, to choose differently. Sleep with intention. Breathe through your nose. Stand tall and open. Hydrate your body consistently. Manage the fire of your mind. Choose food that builds rather than destroys. Limit the screen that silently ages you. Train your body with progressive, honest effort. Connect to a purpose larger than your comfort. And above all, decide that you are worth the discipline. This is not a beauty routine, this is a way of living. This is the ancient understanding that the external form is the faithful servant of the internal state. And when you build the internal state with discipline, awareness, and respect, the external form follows without effort, without tricks, and without compromise.